We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Tonight, we've got a good matchup in store between the Chicago Cubs and the Chicago White Sox. Who's going to win this showdown between these two? Find out next. Carlos Rodon gets the ball for the White Sox in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, Matt, this guy keeps his team in the ball game. He's won 2 of his last 3 starts, so he's been throwing the ball really well. And one of the keys for this guy is getting early outs to keep his pitch count down. If he can do that, he should be able to get into the 7th or 8th inning in this one here today.
Digging in, Chris Bryant. First shot for him here as he enters play, currently leading the senior circuit in batting.
What a terrific month this guy had last month, hitting over 350. If he can continue at this pace, he's got a legitimate shot to win a batting title.
And guys, you take a look at the White Sox entering play here tonight. They've been on the skids recently, losers in 7 of their last 9 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, if they're going to clean up their recent trend right now, they're going to have to find a way for it to start on the mound. They can't go out like last game and allow a bunch of runs and not play sound defense behind them. Both those things are going to have to change if this team's going to get it going in the right direction.
3-0 now. David Bodie waits on deck. And he lays off ball 4, and the leadoff man is on to begin the ball game.
And with the bases empty and 3 balls, I think they were probably just saying, hey, we're not going to compound our mistakes here. Better issue a free pass and give him something to drive.
Digging in, David Bodie. First chance for him here with a man on following the leadoff walk. Too high, 1-0. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is James Kingsley.
Hey, Dero, James Kingsley's a pretty good umpire. He doesn't get too excited, keeps things under emotions. He's a pretty good ball and strike umpire.
Yeah, James Kingsley will never show you up, and he's always approachable. He's having a really hard time finding his rhythm and finding the strike zone. It's going to allow this offense to keyhole him in big situations. He's got to figure it out pretty quick.
The count now at 2-1. He's set, now the pitch. This is in the air out to right. Mazar is under it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Batting third, the shortstop, Javier.
Here's Javier Baez. And as you can tell easily from the splits, he's really struggled away from their home ballpark. From the stretch.
1-0.
1-0 count. Here it is. Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2.
Hey, you want to talk about being in a zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
Bryant, base runner at first with 1 out. Cubs shortstop with a 3-1 count.
They know the threat this guy possesses at the plate. I know it's 3-1 in this situation right here, but I can't imagine anything comes over the heart of the plate.
Called strike 2, and now it's full 3-2.
I think it's a real possibility that they put that run on first in motion. That would help them stay out of that double play that would end the inning, but that's also kind of risky at the same time.
The 3-2 one more time. This is line to left, and that's in there. Base hit.
Hard bullet single to left field on a pitch that was kind of middle down in the zone, D-Row, and he's going to have to make some better pitches than that one.
Yeah, if he's going to leave pitches over the heart of the plate, he's going to have a long night. The middle of this order does serious damage.
Into the box now, Wilson Contreras. He enters play at number 6 in National League batting average.
Pretty impressive for a catcher. It's rare that you see a catcher maintain a great average over the course of a full season.
And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
Batting fifth, the right fielder, Jason Hayward.
Stepping in, Jason Hayward. And he'll be one to watch out for in this one. Very good numbers in recent games. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. One run is scored. And the second run will score as that makes it a 2-0 ball game.
We didn't have to wait long for the offensive fireworks in this one. 2 runners aboard, and he got a pitch he liked, drove it all the way to the wall to bring in a pair of runs, and they're still in good shape to add on with him at second now.
And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. One ball, no strikes to count. Runners are at second and third with one down. A 2-ball, no strike count to the Cubs center fielder.
It's not easy to continue pounding the strike zone when you've given up 3 consecutive hits, but he has to trust that getting the ball down in the zone will get him an out.
Sharp ground ball to third. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. Throw on to first, 2 gone. So coming to the plate, Jason Kipnis. And a great chance here for the Cubbies to add on in just the first inning. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Waiting on it is Jimenez. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. It's the Cubs 2 and the White Sox coming to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Kyle Hendricks will be on the bump for game 2 of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that's been pretty good his last 3 starts. A whip under 1.20, so he minimizes the amount of base runners. He's a tough customer. It'll be fun to watch him to see if he's on point early in this one here today.
So digging in now, Leury Garcia. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And he gets ahead 0-1. Well, guys, as we look at the Cubs coming into play here tonight, they've got to be considered one of, if not the hottest team in baseball right now. Winners of 8 of their last 10 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, taking a look at the standings right here, this team has a nice lead, comfortable. You always want to find yourself in a position where you're about 5 to 9 games, got the advantage. You don't. One series isn't going to totally kill you in the standings, and this team's sitting pretty right now.
And that'll get down for a base hit, and he's going to make it there, barely, as he's into second base with a double.
This is exactly what you want to do when you've gone down by 2 runs. Answer the bell. So he leads off the next inning and gets them going with a double. Now if they can scratch a run or 2 across this inning, they'll be right back in this one.
And that'll bring in Adam Frazier. He'll swing and lift a ball fouled off to the left and out of play. He'll check in here at 277. 5 homers, 27 driven in. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. A runner at second, nobody out. Lifted in the air out to center field. Center fielder on the run. He's there and records the first out. A moment here from the south side to take a look at the Pale Hose starting lineup in this one. Danny, any thoughts?
Yeah, I know this team has to be hoping that Jose Abreu can get it going. Over the last 10 games, he's only hit 1 home run, and as a guy that hits in the middle order, they're expecting a lot more from him than just 1 bomb. The power just hasn't been there over this stretch.
He'll enter play with a good chance to get over 300. He's at 298. 13 home runs and 58 runs batted in. Now a flare out to left center. Left fielder coming in. He can't get to it. This one's down. And the runner from second will stay put at third. So they're runners at the corners now with 1 away.
Boy, this guy's been swinging a hot stick lately. There's just another example. And even when he doesn't hit one on the barrel, he still manages another base hit.
Yeah, don't overthink it. When you're flowing like he is right now, he's hot as a pistol. Everything's falling.
Sets the target low here, and it misses 1-1. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. And here's a ball lifted back toward the stands in right, so we'll try it again at 1-2. Working for the punch out and the offering. Now a shot sent off to the right side, but foul. The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2.
Tough to take a pitch like that right there, especially in a 1-2 count. You almost get in that auto swing mode. Great job.
Meanwhile, this ball gets down. It's a base hit. The runner from third comes across to score as they try and chip away at their deficit. It's now a 2-1 ball game.
One team's dream inning is another team's nightmare, right? That's their third hit of this opening inning. This one a double. That's got to have the pitcher pretty upset out there, and the manager wondering how long he's going to go in this one.
Now at the plate, Yohan Moncada, and he really thrives in the batter's box here at home. Something to keep an eye on in this one. First offering on its way. Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Second and third here, one man out. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Struck him out, and now they'll likely need a base hit to get that runner home from third.
Well, his struggles continue. It's been a rough go of it at the plate with him, and watching this at bat, it's clear to me that his rhythm and timing, they're just all off. Even as a pitcher like I was, you can tell these things and exploit them.
Strike one to start the at bat. Comes set, the 0-1. Runners at second and third with two gone. Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2.
Hey, the fish ain't biting there on that 0-2 breaking ball, but you got to be careful because this pitcher might throw him another one.
Into the corner and slicing foul. The 1-2. And he fouls this one off. Second and third, two away. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going.
4 foul balls in this AB. Pitcher cannot find anywhere to go to put this guy away.
On the 8th pitch of the at-bat is the one that finally does it as he wears him down, and the inning is over. Sox get one on the RBI double. We'll head to the top of the second. It's the Cubs 2 and the White Sox 1. Second inning set to go, and next to bat will be the first baseman, Anthony Rizzo. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Now he spins on one here and drives it to deep right field. Gone to lead off the inning. A solo home run here for Anthony Rizzo. Home run number 15 for him thus far, and with it the Cubs have taken a 3-1 lead.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
Standing in now, Kyle Schwarber. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball one. One and one to Schwarber. Base is empty here with nobody out. And it's fouled away. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
Well, I'll tell you, if he wants to turn things around, that pitch is one he's going to have to start locating a lot better.
Line shot to first, and there's one away.
Now batting.
Okay, guys, here's how the Southsiders are lining up on D today. And let's focus our attention on first baseman Jose Abreu. We know the bat plays, the ability to drive the ball out opposite field, no problem. But I don't think people realize how soft this guy's hands are at first base, constantly bailing his other infielders out.
Here's Chris Bryant now. As with one away, he can't make contact on the first pitch. It's strike one. No official at bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. Fouled off. One out, nobody on.
Nope.
Well below the knees, laid off on the changeup there.
That's great recognition right there on the part of the hitter. Not many guys lay off that one. That was a classic strikeout pitch, the 0-2 good changeup with some depth.
Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
Regardless of the result right here, to be down 0-2 and work it back to an even count, gotta feel like it's a win for the offense.
Look out, a fastball up near his dome, and that'll wake you up a bit. And he misses here for ball 4. Already 2 walks surrendered in his first couple of innings of work.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1. Sets the target low here, and it misses 1-1.
You can really tell about how effective this guy's going to be when guys are swinging at that changeup. So far in this one, they've been real smart to let it go.
Hit pretty well out to deep left field. Back on it is the left fielder. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left, and even 20 home runs for him now thus far as they stretch the lead to 5-1.
Another excellent swing right there. That's multiple home runs in the same inning. Watch yourself. You're missing over the heart of the plate.
And that brings up Javi Baez. As he will line this one into right center, and this is going to get down and should be extra bases. And he'll reach second now with 1 away.
And he obviously didn't let last night's hitless outing get to his head too much, because that's his second hit of the ball game. This one a double. I'm sure he's feeling a lot better about the way he's going right now.
Next to hit will be Wilson Contreras. High in the air out to center field. Garcia is there, 2 gone.
Now batting.
Man at second here with 2 away, and that'll bring up the multi-gold glover Jason Hayward. Just gets a piece of it, strike 1. In his career, Hayward has collected just over 150 home runs in his big league days. And this is high, a ball and a strike.
Wow, that's 40 pitches for him already. This doesn't have the makings of a start that he's going to go very deep.
And not a real good cut at that slider, and he's behind 1-2. 3 runs already home here. Counts even to Hayward, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
He certainly has an open base down there, but you don't want your defender standing flat-footed for much longer.
And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. So 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a man left. On now to the bottom of the second. It's the Cubs 5 and the White Sox 1. Last half of the second set to go, and next to bat will be the outfielder, Nomar Mazara. First delivery to him on the way. Fouled away. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2. And he fouls this one off. And it's fouled away. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Man, I love watching a pitcher that just rears back and blows smoke by a guy at the letters. That's the ultimate challenge pitch, and for me personally, watching hitters swing and miss, man, that's a sight of beauty.
Striding forward now is the DH, Edwin Encarnacion. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2. Here's the catcher, Yasmani Grandal. His matchup numbers with Hendricks. A number of meetings, he's 1 for 7. Fouled off. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now, 0-2.
Wow, that's 4 straight Ks. He's knocking them down. He's looking for number 5 right here. You can tell this guy on the mound, he is pitching with a...
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox. They're down here 5-1. New inning set to get underway, and that'll bring up the former first-rounder and Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. Now here's the pitch. 3rd inning starts with a slider that's looked at here for ball 1.
There's no way around it. This has been a rough start on the mound, so it'll be interesting to see how long that man is going to let him go. Maybe he settles in and can give you another inning or so, but I wouldn't bet on it at this point.
1-1 the count. Happ with a 2-1 count now. Drilled to the left side. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
And they start the 3rd inning the way they finished off the first 2, doing damage. As we take a look at his numbers, you can see they've had his number since the first pitch. If he doesn't buckle down soon, he might have a short outing here.
So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. The 1-0.
Hey, I don't mind that batter taking that strike right there. He's walked a couple people early in this game. Got to find out if he can find the zone. If he wants to walk them all in, we'll take it.
The 1-1. Nobody out, runner on first. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
That's a pretty unique pitch sequence, guys. Usually pitching is all about mixing pitches and location, but he threw that all out the window to get that strikeout. He offered the same pitch 3 times in a row, so I guess he sort of used that reverse psychology to outthink his opponent.
Anthony Rizzo comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Fouled away. Now the 0-2 pitch, and no swing apparently. Ball 1.
Wow, was he looking to swing the bat right there? Check pitch on his swing. That ball wasn't even close to the zone.
And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Wow, his last time out, guys were just flailing away at that slider, but tonight, completely different story. I think their approach coming to the plate tonight was to lay off that pitch until he shows he can throw it for a strike.
Here's another 2-2.
Not a bad time right here to put that runner in motion. 3-2 count. You send the runner, and if it's a bad pitch, it's ball 4.
There goes the runner, but he won't draw a throw. That's taken for ball 4, and it's 1st and 2nd now with 1 away.
When a guy homers off you early in the game, the last thing you want to do is challenge him and maybe have him do it again. He was a lot more careful with him there.
Ready for another chance? Kyle Schwarber. First pitch of the at-bat.
We're only in the 3rd inning, and his pitch count is above 60. That's not being too efficient with your pitches.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. 3-run home run down the line in right. 19th home run for him on the season, as this is now a 7-run ball game.
Boy, when this guy gets in a groove, he can hit him, and when he hits him in bunches. Hit a home run in last night's game, and if they continue to pitch him on the outer part of the plate, look out, this guy's going to do some major damage.
Here comes the White Sox skipper out toward the mound, and he's looking to the bullpen here, so it would appear that's all for his starter tonight. Probably wishes he could have gone a little longer, but the move's already been made, and he's off to the showers. Dylan Cease is going to come on to pitch here, and in just the 3rd inning, you have to think he'll be asked to eat some innings. Chris Bryant will be the first one to greet him, as he'll start fresh here with the bases empty following the home run.
The third baseman, Chris Bryant.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Garcia is there to take it, and that's the 2nd out of the inning. Now at the plate, David Bodie comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Count 1-0.
Well, even though these two teams are in different leagues, they do play each other every year because of the crosstown rivalry, and it's always pretty fun.
Yeah, and for the players, Matt, they love it. Not only is there more on the line than usual, like bragging rights, but they're not having to stay at hotels and all that. It's just like a normal home game where they're driving to a different ballpark.
Hit on the ground to third. Throw over to Abreu is in time, and with it, the side is retired. But the Cubs do get 3 on the 3-run home run. Bottom of the 3rd coming up. It's the Cubs 8 and the White Sox 1. Bottom of the inning now, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Leury Garcia. Here comes the first pitch. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
Hey, with this big a lead, you have to just pound the zone and force this team to get aggressive in the box.
That evens it up 1-1. High in the air down the right field line. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. And this is swung on and missed. 5 quick strikeouts now, and that's your first out of the inning. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up, as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. Striding in, Adam Frazier. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. And that's into the corner, a foul ball in right. In there, and he's in control 0-2 now. And he fouls this one off. Ready with another 0-2. Another 0-2 home. Had him off balance a bit as this is skied into short left center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. So striding in, Tim Anderson. He reached on a single in his first try. In there for strike 1, 0-1.
Great job by the pitcher right there, changing eye levels. We all know he's a sinker ball pitcher, but if he could throw some 4-seamers up in the zone like that, it could work for him.
Anderson has had a great season to this point and may well earn a spot on the AL All-Star. A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Down in order go the White Sox. It's still an 8-1 ball game. Welcome back to the South Side as we check in with Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cubs to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said they're doing an excellent job with pitch selection, meaning they're swinging at the right pitches and doing damage with them. The numbers back that up. 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet, guys.
Leading off for the Cubs.
Thank you, Heidi.
The shortstop, Javier expired.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A 1 pitch on its way. Down the third baseline. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th. Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Popped him up. Abreu has a play. 2 down.
Up next for the Cubs.
Now batting,
The right
Jason
fielder.
Hayward. He'll look to
Jason
bounce back after
Hayward.
striking out his last time up. Tough to do much with that one. A swing and a miss.
Classic case of the front shoulder flying open on that off speed. Needs to stay compact and stay in the big part of the field.
8 runs, 8 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And a fastball called strike 3, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs, and it remains an 8-1 ball game. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and standing in the outfielder, Eloy Jimenez. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Here we go. Nope. Outside.
This guy's been throwing the ball great so far, but he's going to be tested here. 4, 5, and 6 coming up this part of the lineup.
2 balls and no strikes to the White Sox left fielder.
If you've been paying attention, the guy on the mound does not want to come inside. If I'm at the plate, I'm leaning out over.
3-0 to him now. Can't say that I see the logic in this one, but they'll go ahead and intentionally walk the leadoff batter.
That's what's called getting the treatment. Everyone knows he's a power threat with the bat, so it's all about not letting him be the guy that beats you.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Grounded back up the middle. Taken in by Kipnis. The second for 1. On to Rizzo at first, and they get them both.
That's a great example there of why the sinker is such an effective pitch. The hitter's eyes see it higher in the zone than it ends up, and that makes it real tough to square up.
So base is empty now after the double play, and set to go is the veteran first baseman Jose Abreu. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Swing, high drive, left field and deep. A ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch. Good guys held in check here. It's still an 8-1 ball game. All ready to go in the top of the 5th. And set to go is the switch hitting outfielder, Ian Happ. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. And ooh, looked like a definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside. 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2 is taken for ball 2.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
They haven't played perfectly as it's hit on the ground, and he'll reach to start the inning as this ball gets through him. A base hit.
Hey, not an easy thing to do right there, D-Row, with that stacked infield on the right side. You hit it through where the shift is, have to hit that in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, he found a good result right there, Dan. Pitcher actually executed right there, got him to hit it where he wanted to, put good barrel, good contact on that ball, and was able to find the hole.
And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now.
Number 44, Anthony Rizzo.
Stepping in, Anthony Rizzo. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the second. First offering on its way. With runners in scoring position this season, Rizzo is below the Mendoza line. The batting average under 200, unfortunately.
Matty, he struggled against right-handed pitching all season long, but he just needs a few knocks today, maybe to get the confidence going. I don't think this is a norm for this ball player.
A ball and 2 strikes to Anthony Rizzo.
One ball.
Great job of doubling up with a fastball inside. A lot of times you'll see a pitcher go in there, but they won't go back in there a second time. This guy's not afraid to pitch inside.
In tight with the slider, 2-2. Started to go around, but he's able to check his swing for ball 3. None out, runners at first and second. Down the left field line and deep, and that will end up a foul ball. Another payoff pitch. Now a check swing here, and no swing, says the home plate umpire. Not even an appeal. It's ball 4.
That's a big no-no. He obviously had to work carefully with 2 men on, but he did not want to walk him to load the bases. Now he's really got his work cut out for him. We'll see how he fares here.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike 1.
Pitcher on the mound has to find a way to minimize damage right here. Got to believe he's willing to trade 2 outs for a run.
Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
Hey, you know the pitcher right now, he's looking for that best friend, that double play ball. This is where you have to really be disciplined at the plate.
And, oh, this one's by him to the backstop. And the recovery will be in time to get him breaking from third. And a base-running gaff that time, as that's the first out of the inning. Wow. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2. And he'll hang in here as he reaches to foul this one away. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Sent on the ground out to second. Fielded cleanly. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
Probably wanted more out of that at bat with runners in scoring position, but at least he does the job and brings 1 home. Maybe the next guy can pick up the runner at third now.
He's set. Here it comes. Chris Bryant is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch.
That's out. Inside, ball 2.
Swinging a hard liner to center field. Garcia is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. 2 hits in the inning lead to a run for Chicago. Last half of the 5th coming up. Cubs lead it 9-1. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. I had a chance to talk with White Sox manager Rick Renteria between innings about his thoughts on his lineup's performance. And he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said their pitch selection has been the main reason for their struggles today, as far too often they've been swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. That's leading to a lot of soft contact and easy outs. So the focus going forward is on shrinking the zone and forcing the opposing pitching to throw more strikes.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. So 1 gone in the inning for Edwin Encarnacion. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that's in there for strike 1. An 0-2 count to Edwin Encarnacion.
His command has been outstanding so far, hitting nearly all of his spots, and that's been a big factor why he's been so successful up to this point.
Bases are empty, one man out. Liner into right center. That's a base hit.
Hey, guys, I like the execution by the batter there. He got a hanger in the middle of the plate. He could have come unglued, but he didn't. He stayed focused and drove a line drive base hit.
At the plate, Yasmani Grandal. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. 1-0 the count. From the belt, kicks and deals. Hopped up. Kipnis moving to his left. And he makes the catch for the second out. Back to the top of the White Sox lineup now, and stepping in, Leury Garcia. Yanked high and deep down the line in right. And it's a foul ball. Swing and a little blooper to center. In there, a base hit.
You never want to beat a pitcher that breaks a guy out of a slump, but this guy was too good. You knew it was a matter of time before he started barreling baseballs. That gives him a multi-hit game, and I'm sure he's feeling good about it.
So here's Adam Frazier. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. Throw on to first, and the White Sox come up with nothing as the inning is over. The White Sox strand a couple. They trail big. It's 9-1. All set for the start of the inning, and that'll bring up one of the better clutch hitters on the landscape, David Bodie. First pitch coming. Here it is. Oh, missed that one by a mile. It's 0-1.
See, guys, he is human. Occasionally an ugly swing right there, but he's having a monster season, so I'm going to give him a free pass.
Behind 0-2 now. And he'll try to get him to chase the fastball there, but he lays off. 1-2.
Boy, that's a tough pitch to lay off right there, just out of the strike zone. But listen, when you're a 300 hitter, you don't chase a lot of those so-called pitcher's pitches. This guy knows the strike zone.
Lifted in the air out to right. Mazzara's under it. 1 out. Now to the plate, Javier Baez. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. And he'll look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0. A ball and a strike.
Get down, 1-1.
The 1-1. Misses, ball 2.
Hey, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, that's right where you want to miss. Any lower, and he'll probably make you pay for it.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Well, it's a pretty well-known fact that your batting average goes up as you get into more favorable hitters counts, and that's especially true when we're talking about this kind of hitter. Not a great spot to be in if you're the pitcher.
There's ball 4.
The batter, the catcher.
Digging in now, Wilson Contreras. Now the reliever remains in the game here, having pitched very well, but this is a longer outing than what he's used to.
It is, Matt, and I really tip my cap to him for gutting this thing out right now. On the other side, I worry they're being a little bit too greedy by leaving him out there. There are options left in the pen, and it would be a shame if all his hard work got undone because he started making some mistakes in location due to fatigue.
Right fielder.
So that'll bring up Jason Hayward. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. High fly ball out to straightaway center. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. 1 left for the Cubs, but they still hold a commanding 9-1 lead. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tim Anderson. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Steven Souza is into the game as a defensive replacement now as he takes over in right.
For the Cubs. Now playing right field, number 21.
Josh Fegley is also into the ballgame as he'll likely go the rest of the way behind the plate.
For the Cubs. Now catching number 4, Josh.
Albert Almora will also come in now as he takes over out in center.
Now playing center field.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Albert.
It just misses off the inside for ball 1. And it's fouled away. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Baez ranging to his right. Throw on to first, and one shortstop grounds out
Now
to the other, one away.
The left fielder, Jimenez.
One out for Chicago here in the 6th. And up next, the exciting Eloy Jimenez. In there, strike 1. Curveball close, but it's 1-1. Here it comes. 1 run, 5 hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. Fouled off. Rips this one to first. That's in another base hit. He's 2 for 2.
Sometimes you just got to trust your hands. That pitch probably wasn't even in his zone, and he was able to fight it off for a base hit.
Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yoan Moncada. Right side, but it's well foul. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Hit back up the middle. There's one. On to first, it's a double play. As their woes continue, the inning is over. Nothing doing here for the White Sox. They trail big. It's 9-1. So here's Albert Almora next. He's newly entered into the ballgame, so this will be his first trip to the plate here in inning number 7.
Almora.
Hit in the air out toward left.
Waiting on it is Jimenez.
1 out. And as the second baseman, Jason Kipnis. He reached on a single last time and later wound up scoring. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1.
Listen, I'm not trying to make up an excuse, but this is this guy's 5th inning of work in this game out of the bullpen. Are you kidding me? Nobody goes 5 innings anymore.
And some stirring now in the White Sox bullpen as it looks like a right-hander's up and throwing. Now the 2-0. Can't find the zone there, and it's 3-1. Waiting next is Anthony Rizzo. Hit in the air to center field. Jimenez is there, and he makes the catch for the out. At the plate, Anthony Rizzo.
Number 44, Anthony Rizzo.
Here comes the first pitch. And a fastball's off the plate away. It's ball 1. Now a swing and a miss, and I don't think he was expecting a pitch inside. It's 1-1.
That's just too much velocity upstairs to get good wood on it. It's going to have to lower his sights.
And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. Gone! A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His 2nd home run of the game as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now. And we've seen 4 round trippers from these guys so far. Dan, D-Row, what do you make of all this?
Matty V, D-Row, I don't know what you think, but this is like crazy. 4th round tripper of the game so far.
They're missing over the heart of the plate, not using the quadrants. In the hitters meeting, they focused on this stuff. They thought these guys could miss middle, and that's exactly what's happened.
He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Strike 2.
There seem to be different philosophies on it. So, Dan, what was your approach in 0-2 counts?
My philosophy is this. I think the last thing you want to do is throw non-competitive pitches, Matt. Throw something down in the zone or just out of the zone, but something way out of the zone doesn't serve any purpose.
And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
Well, that's a smart miss there. Sometimes guys will chase it down there, especially when they're in protect mode on an 0-2 count.
The count now at 2-2. The pitch.
What we're seeing here is a really smart at bat. They got to be thinking the man on the mound is getting a little short on gas, so when you go up there and make him throw a bunch of pitches, you're more likely to get a good pitch to hit or at least force him out of the game.
Garcia will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side.
Ladies and gentlemen,
The Cubs get a run courtesy of Anthony Rizzo. Get up and stretch. It's the Cubbies 10 and the White Sox 1. Alec Mills gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Number 30, Alec.
Last half of the 7th here, and one of the more prolific RBI men in the league the last few years, Jose Abreu, will bat next. And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
Looked like he was going to wait him out, see if he was going to come over the heart of the plate. Well, newsflash, he is, and this hitter's going to adjust his batting gloves, and he better be ready in the box.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
Step out of the box, take a deep breath. After spitting on that changeup, you might have bought yourself a fastball.
Baez fields it cleanly. And the throw to first is in time, 1 gone. In now the power-hitting outfielder Nomar Mazara. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. 1 out, nobody on. Behind 0-2 now. Out in front of that one, may have been looking fastball. Good job just to make contact. A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the 2nd out.
Just tied him up with that last pitch. Pretty evident by the swing. Sometimes the guys get in that protect mode so much that they're swinging at everything that they see, and they end up offering it pitches that they can't possibly do anything with.
Edwin Encarnacion stands in as he looks at a called strike. No contact there from Encarnacion as the count runs to 0-2 on him.
Down 0-2 to a guy with this much weaponry, 5 pitches he can go to, not looking good.
Fouled away. Mills, a native of Tennessee. He was taken in the 22nd round during the first-year player draft of 2012.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox. They're down 9. It's 10-1. Ready to begin the 8th, and that'll give way to the 3rd baseman, Chris Bryant.
This guy has been unbelievable. There were billboards outside Wrigley while he was still in AAA, and what is he doing? He shows up, Rookie of the Year, MVP. I mean, get in line.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. And a pitch up and in, keeping him honest, 1-1. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Lifted in the air out towards left center. Garcia will slide over and put this one away, and that's out number 1. So in now for Chicago, David Bodie. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the second. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0.
Well, this has been a lot of pitches for him out of the bullpen. As you can see there, they're asking a lot of him in this one. So I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a day off or two after this one.
Now the 1-1 pitch. There's a ball ripped toward the gap in left center. Running hard. He's digging for second. And he'll pull into second with one away.
Well, he was definitely struggling coming into this one, but I think we could say that cold streak is officially over. That's his second hit of the game, and it goes for extra bases. We'll see now if this game proves to be a huge turning point for him.
Alex Colomé comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Into the box now, Javier Baez, hit in the air down the right field line. But this is taken in on the warning track as the runner will tag from second. And he'll go ahead and take third on the fly ball to right, so he's 90 feet away now with two men gone. So striding forward now, Josh Phegley. And he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. 1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0 is a changeup that's looked at for a ball. Men on third with 2 down. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
And when you're already down by a bunch, this is where a guy's got to take some responsibility out there and at least start throwing some strikes.
Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. The 3-1. And he missed with it there. Ball 4. It's a 2-out walk with the runner still at third. Stepping into the box, Steven Souza. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. Strike swinging, timing a little off on that one. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. Lifted in the air out to right. Mazara's on the move. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. Cubs strand a couple. They hang on to their 10-1 lead. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go. And up next, the switch hitting catcher, Yasmani Grandal.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one. Probably a design take right there. They need base runners, so they're going to make them try to bring the ball in the strike zone.
Behind 0-2 now. 0-2 count and the pitch.
Ball, that's inside.
Wow, that's a close pitch to take, but when you're a good hitter like this guy, to take that pitch on 0-2, you have to have a pretty good eye.
And we're going to have a quick stoppage here as a beach ball has made its way into right field. Now another 1-2. Still a ball and 2 strikes.
Got to take advantage of that pitch right there. 0-2 breaker hanging over the heart of the plate. Not going to see too many of those today.
Got caught lunging there as this one's fouled away.
Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to go a little bit further outside the zone. 3 foul balls in a row. He wants to get a swing and a miss on this next pitch.
2-2 count. Here it comes. And he fouls this one off. Ball 3. 3-2 now.
He's definitely going to want to get greedy in his zone, and he's obviously seeing the ball well, or he would have swung at that pitch. Sometimes in these long, epic at-bats, you start to get into swing mode.
There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball. Now a ball hit high down the left field line, but back in amongst the spectators. Foul. And he finally wears him down as he strikes him out after a prolonged battle. That was good stuff.
Flat out locked him up with the changeup right there. Usually you're trying for a swing and miss when you throw that pitch in a 2-strike count, but clearly he wasn't looking for it, so it's a backwards K for him.
Kyle Ryan answers the call now, looking to get this one onto the 9th inning without any trouble. At the plate now, Leury Garcia swinging a ball line down in the left field corner, but this is foul near the seats. On the ground to third. And there's out number 2. Riding in once again, Adam Frazier. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. No balls and 1 strike. 2 out, nobody on. Weak grounder down the first baseline. Onto the bag with it is Rizzo, and the inning is over. Down in order go the White Sox. They're down 9. It's 10-1. All set to start the 9th in this one, and next it'll be the outfielder Albert Almora. Off we go in the 9th as the first pitch misses for ball 1. And it's fouled away. Now the 1-1 pitch. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Racing back the center fielder. On the warning track, he makes the catch. Standing in, Jason Kipnis. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Lays off 1-0. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. Swing, line drive. That's going to be troubled. Kipnis will take the turn and head for second now. And he's in there easily at second with a 1-out double.
As we take a look at the replay here, you can see that it was a hanging changeup. Nice job of staying back on it, and he's able to tattoo it for a double. And you know, if that pitch would have supplied more velocity, it might have been out of here. He hit it right on the screws.
Anthony Rizzo will get another shot at it here as we take you back to inning number 7. This was his second home run of the ball game, as he'd like nothing more than to make it 3 right here. And this will be fouled away. Runner at second here with 1 man out. And he falls behind 0-2. Shooting for that low inside corner, but he missed with it. 1-2. No offer at that one, and the count moves to 2-2 now on the Cub first baseman. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Full count now, 3-2. Kyle Schwarber is on deck. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline, and he'll take this one to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner will move up 90 feet to third base. Next will be the designated hitter, Kyle Schwarber. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch of the at-bat. The cutter runs outside, ball 1. 2 outs here with a runner at third. Two balls and no strikes to the Cubs designated hitter. Can't find the zone here as the cutter low makes it 3-0.
If you're at the plate right now, you have to realize who's on deck. I guarantee you something's over the heart of the plate. You have to be aggressive in the zone right here.
3-0 count. Here it comes. Oh, had the green light there, but it's 3 balls and a strike now.
Not much you can do with that one. Tied him up in knots.
Swing and a ball hit foul as this will find the seats in right. A full count now to Kyle Schwarber. And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
Now batting, the third baseman.
Digging in next will be Chris Bryant. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Hernan Perez. We'll see what he can do off the bench as he'll bat with runners at the corners and 2 gone here.
41, Hernan Perez.
Ball 1 as he lays off below the zone. Fouled off. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Rolled slowly down the third baseline, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Cubs strand a couple. They hang on to their 10-1 lead. Hernan Perez will stay in the game, taking over at third base and batting in that 9 spot. And the next to bat will be Tim Anderson, starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. But these guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional. There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dad. Sent it back right where it came from.
Stepping in now, Eloy Jimenez, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. Sinker, 1 ball, 1 strike. Line toward the gap in left center. Bodie arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first out.
Well, he hit that ball pretty well, but the only problem was that he pulled off it just a bit. The location was a little on the outer half, so he would have hit it even better if he was...
Oh, what happened? He can't make the play.
Man, I'm not sure what to make of this one. The ball was hit hard, but it looked routine. The only thing I could think of is maybe he lost it in the lights there. That's a tough break.
Digging in, Jose Abreu. He was a ground-out victim last time up. Brandon Morrow enters from the bullpen, hoping to get the final 2 outs and put this one into the win column. First delivery to him on the way. And that misses low and away, ball 1. Morrow is a reliever known for forcing contact. Not a huge strikeout guy most of the time, but he also doesn't issue a lot of free passes either.
There's a couple of keys to being a good reliever. One, if you have great stuff and you strike everybody out, or like this guy, not afraid to throw the ball in the strike zone. He has good stuff, not great stuff. He's not afraid to let his defense help him out and make some plays.
Throw comes in quickly here, and that'll prevent the runner at third from testing things here.
Hey, guys, I understand it right there. The third base coach has got to hold him up. They're down by a lot of runs right now. No reason to risk getting a guy thrown out at home in this situation.
Cut fastball taken for strike 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. And it's quickly 0-2. And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty good job right there. That's the 4th time he struck out, and we're only in the 2nd game of this series.
Edwin Encarnacion to the plate now.
And he puts it on the ground to second.
And that's through into center field. Base hit. 1 run scores. And the second run will score as well.
Boy, talking about having ducks on the pond right there, Hero.
I know everybody wants to hit a home run. Those are the ones you remember. But without question, Dan, 2 out, 2 RBI knocks with runners in scoring position right there. You remember these knocks.
He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. And he just misses inside with the fastball there.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be really
high drive deep down the left field line. A ball that's carrying. And he tracks it down. And this ball game is over.
well. Just another day at the office for these guys. That stretches their winning streak to 5, and they're playing well in all 3 phases of the game: pitching, fielding, and hitting. Who knows how long this will last?
10-3 at the end of this contest. The Chicago Cubs jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Kyle Hendricks earns his 12th victory in the ball game. Carlos Rodon was slapped with 8 earned runs as he takes the loss. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.